Okay, let's know about this story, Rappaccini daughter. How distortion with the nature. It starts from when Giovanni finds a garden next to his residence. The atmosphere was quite strange, astonishing even though the flowers of all kinds were supposed to look truly beautiful. Giovanni asked Elisabetta what garden it was. It's the garden of Rappaccini where the experiments were made. Many poisoned plants. 2. Rappaccini taking care of plants in the garden carefully. Put on the glove, but Beatrice, she didn't have any protection. Why Beatrice was not afraid of the poison. 3. Giovanni had talked to his friend about the mystery garden. He saw the sun-kissed brush and nodded to him. They can glow. Beatrice has appeared. She shines in the sun. 4. Beatrice picked one of the flowers from the bush to stick in her cheese. Suddenly, a small orange rippled around Beatrice's feet. A drop of water from the flower dipped on the lizard's head, crushing him struggle and be motionless among the sunlight. 5. The bouquet slowly withered into the Beatrice's hand. He began to panic. 6. When Beatrice spoke, he smelled, he smelled up very fragrant. 7. Giovanni saw a large blooming flower. The skin was so fragrant. Giovanni sniffed it. We smell very like British. Giovanni asked if I could pick flowers. Beatrice screamed like a slash in her heart. Beatrice pushing him away. He felt a burning where he was pushed so hard. Beatrice said, "Don't touch it. This flower is dangerous." 8. Giovanni fell asleep and woke up in pain until he turned to look at his own hand. It was like the burn mark from Beatrice's hand. 9. Giovanni said Beatrice's poison had no effect with him. Giovanni's body system was not dead, but Giovanni was worried about himself. 10. Giovanni tried to breathe. The spider hung in there. Now he knew these his breath were poisonous, so he was terrified.
Okay, next we are talking about the actual converted in the story. The problem in this story is Dr. Rappaccini defies nature by experimenting with the poisons that affect fertility of plants by modifying plant species, but experimenting with poison that are used on plants on his daughter, forcing his daughter to become a poisonous person. At this point, we see Dr. Rappaccini's selfishness, that he is someone who wants to be very, very successful in his own experiments, regardless of what his daughter is. Ultimately, the result of his selfishness was that his daughter died. True, his daughter died because of someone else, but the beginning of The problem in the whole story comes from Dr. Rappaccini.
For the next topic, we are going to talk about the significance of the issue in the story. In the story, interference with the nature causes many significances. 1. Judging people by their changing characteristics. It is normal when people judge others by their appearances or their characteristics that visible from outside. In the story, Beatrice is a light-hearted young woman who always behaves well with Giovanni. However, Giovanni always confuses that she is evil and cruel, like her poisonous body. 2. Loss. In the story, the first loss is Beatrice's normal life. With her poisonous body, she can't live a normal life as the others. She couldn't have a company. Moreover, the only place that she belongs to is the garden, which is full of poisonous plants like her. Although she sees these plants as her families and companies, she always wanted the real person to be her company. Therefore, her happiest moment for her is when Giovanni came into her life. However, the happiness won't last long. The next loss is her image. Giovanni couldn't notice her real personality with her poisonous body. And the last loss in the story, the great one, is her own life.
Why the author used this issue in the story? The human fascination with nature is not wrong, but its modification causes destruction and loss. The garden is a symbol of evil. The garden in Rappaccini's daughter is the opposite with its poisonous plant. Giovanni noted when he first entered the garden that the production was no longer of God-making, but the monster of spleen of men, depressed fancy glowing with only evident mockery of the beauty. Giovanni knows that the garden is not a good place, but he stays to meet and spend time with Beatrice Rappaccini. Beatrice is simple and pure, and the opposite of the biblical serpent in the Garden of Eden. Rappaccini garden shows the leader that it is dangerous for humans to interfere with nature. Upon his coming to Padua, Giovanni is told that his neighbor, Dr. Rappaccini, had a garden filled with scientifically modified plants from which Rappaccini extracted poisons to make medicine. Peering into the garden, Giovanni noted that it is like a modern version of the Garden of Eden from the Bible. By comparing Rappaccini's poisonous plant with paradise, Giovanni highlights how much Rappaccini has distorted the natural order, making it impure as a result of his experiment. At the same time, the plants are vibrant, beautiful, and alluring. When Giovanni walked among the flowers, he observed the aspects of one and all of them. This testifies him their godliness, seem fierce, passionate, and even unnatural. Even though they are beautiful, Giovanni is offended by their strangeness. Throughout the story, Rappaccini's daughter Beatrice is compared with the flowers from the sound of her voice to her scent. both wretched and foul and beautiful yet deadly. They would all kill anything they come into contact with. A lead it is also passionate.